The forest was a quiet place that night, full of secrets and shadows. Fog hung low, clinging to the ancient oaks and damp leaves. The world had gone silent, no crickets, no owls, just the sound of your own breath. The moon was hidden, leaving the woods in endless darkness. The only light was a faint, silvery glow from the mist, making the trees look like sleeping giants. The path had vanished, swallowed by fog. Every direction looked the same. The air smelled of wet earth and decaying leaves, a scent of endings. The forest seemed to hold its breath, waiting for something sad and inevitable. It felt like a church where no one came to pray anymore. The cold seeped into your bones, a coldness of the heart. The fog wrapped around you not like a hug, but like a shroud. The forest was not just a place, it was the feeling of being utterly alone in the dark.
The woods remember everything.
Alone, 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 the trees whisper. Alone, the fog sighs. Alone, the night breathes.
He called her name, Lina. Narrator. Paul was lost in the cold and fog, searching for Lina. Her name was the only warmth left in his chest. He stopped often, listening for any sign, but the forest gave him nothing. He tried again, louder. Lina! Narrator. The fog caught his voice, muffling it to a whisper. The echo sounded strange, not his own, but someone lonelier. He felt the ache of calling for someone who might not answer. He kept walking, every tree and shadow playing tricks on his eyes. Hope would flicker and die with every false shape in the mist. The forest was a maze and he was trapped in the middle. He could feel the space where Lina should be, but when he reached out, there was only cold air. The search felt endless, his sorrow settling deep in his bones. He was a small boat in a gray ocean, calling into a world that refused to listen. He was very, very alone. And then he heard it, a voice, her voice, answering from far away. The sound was thin, delicate, like a memory already fading. Lina was there, but not. A shape in the mist, more suggestion than real. When he stepped toward her, she shimmered and drifted away like smoke. She was close enough to hear, too far to touch. The fog was a wall between them, a soft, cold wall he could not break. He called to her again, desperate. Lina, where are you? He wanted to run to her, but his feet would not move. She was not lost in the same way, she was saying goodbye.
I'm here, Paul.
But her words meant I am here, but not for you, not anymore. The space between them was filled with everything they could not say.
The forest was not just a witness to their sorrow, it was a part of it.
The woods breathed with them, sharing their pain.
The fog was the physical form of their separation, swirling around Paul, isolating him.
It wrapped around Lina, making her part of its mysterious world.
The forest absorbed their pain, holding it in its soil and trees.
It was a living cathedral of loss, and Paul was now part of its long, sad story.
Paul watched as Lina's form grew fainter, the fog taking her away. I knew she was leaving, a final farewell. The pain in his chest was sharp, but he did not scream. I just stood there, a silent statue of grief, and watched her go.
My last word was a sigh, a soft release of breath carried away on the wind.
And then she was gone, only the empty gray remained. It was as if she had never been there at all. The silence was heavier than before, full of aching finality. I was a monument to a love that was lost. Their love became a story the forest would keep, a beautiful, heartbreaking echo in the mist.